Great day to talk hockey with Grant McCagg on HabsCast.
All right, here we go. Flying solo here, folks. We're having some technical difficulties. Grant is not on with me. We'll see if we can rectify that for the second intermission, just like we hope the Montreal Canadiens can rectify their first period play, although it was excellent. My God, they did everything but score. Should have had a couple of shorties. Had a couple good looks on the power play as opposed to the LA game where they had that 5-on-3 for a minute 3 and didn't score. I swear the tide of that game turned right there. This one here, great looks, a number of different guys. Yes, thank you, Grant, for posting that. This is anytime I appear on HabsCast, I am brought to you by Hosey and Brown Automotive. They are my main sponsor, mostly for the Montreal Forum, but we are continuing to be very fluid here on HabsCast. The last couple of shows, I should say games, Grant and I have tried the periods. I'm not sure why we don't have his audio here right now. And like I said, I'm just hoping you can hear me. We don't know. If you can, anybody watching this, message us on Twitter, Facebook, or something and let us know if you've got any volume. Listen, this is first world problems, right? Laptops, Macs, tablets, what have you. Trying to make sure we've got some sort of connection. So I absolutely don't know if you're hearing us right now or not. So, or hearing me right now or not. We do not have Grant if you just joined us. So yes, thank you, Grant, for posting that. Hosey and Brown. Not too much to say. The penalty to Doc was caused by a turnover by Matheson. They had the offensive zone. We were running around, caused Kirby to take the hold. What a gorgeous power play on the bumper. Boom, boom. Cannot fault Dobie on the goal. Obviously, we outshot them, outchanced them. We came out with a ton of jump. You can see DeSmith, he's solid. Looks like anyway early on, it's going to take a great shot and a real well-crafted goal to probably beat him, or usual traffic in front. That's always a good ploy. But I think the most important thing for me in this period was what we were going to see out of the team based on they laid their first real stinker of the season against LA. I mean, really for 52 or 53 minutes, they were horrible. They had 6 or 7 minutes spread out over 3 periods where they had a bit of a push. Most of that in the first. The last 40, they were really bad. So that's in the past. What were we going to see tonight? And we saw a fantastic effort here and just weren't rewarded for it. Could have had a shorty or two, as I said. Evans signs that deal, and all of a sudden that stick went cold, didn't it? I mean, he was scoring with tremendous abundance prior to the contract extension, and he's still very effective, though. I know his numbers are good in the dot, and their penalty killing has gotten a lot better in the last few weeks. That's borne out by where they are in the overall in the NHL. Still there's room for improvement, but won't help it tonight. Down 1-for-1 here on a devastating, really, really beautiful power play goal by Dallas. So playing one of the big boys here. 3-time semifinal losses, 2 to Edmonton in the last 3 years. Of course, Stanley Cup finalist against Tampa in the first COVID year in 2020. And they've been good for a while, man. They have got a heck of a team. Corrado Frankie on the broadcast alluding to their top 6 and their D-core. And then you got DeSmith back there. He's kicking out BBs here right now so far. I wouldn't say necessarily I don't know if anybody would say it was 10 Beller shots. I mean, Slav on the power play, he tried to pull a Cole there and go high, that little triangle that's available there. He didn't get it anywhere near it. I don't know if Casey really gave barely even a puck there, but at least shots on net. You know, that 5-on-3, we had 2 good looks with Lane and Cole and Demi, I think it was, had the looks and didn't even get shots on net. So we got to at least get shots on net. We generated, we had territorial advantage. We moved it around. I thought their penalty kill looked pretty solid. Dallas's did, and they were tracking the puck, and we moved it quickly, succinctly. We were on point. we just didn't get anything out of it. So you just got to stay the course here. Hopefully don't go down 2, and with any luck, stay at 1 down or tie this puppy up and see what happens. We all saw how quickly it turned against LA after that first period, after the Josh Anderson snipe right at the end of the first. So let's see what happens, and we'll go from there.
Can you hear me, Liam?
Oh, what else? I made some notes. I didn't really. It's all pretty. Well, Villano hit the post on a great shot. The poor bugger. I mean, ever since he was priority there in Quebec, it's like his career's gone down. But he did have a couple of decent shifts in that LA game. You got to build on something when you've hit kind of rock bottom, where I think he's really been the 12th forward on this roster. I don't think I'm really stepping outside the box saying that. I think all of us would probably feel that way, and most teams are going to slot a guy into that role. You don't want to, but inevitably you have to. I don't know what he saw for ice time tonight, but I should say in the first period, likely not much on the line he's on, but still great shot right off the bar. Such is life. Be nice to see him bang one in. I'm sure it would be tremendous for his confidence. Hopefully he can take a little bit from that and go from there. Like I said, we had a couple shots on the power plays. I wrote that down. The penalty was our penalty was a product of a turnover, and no chance for Dobie. I mean, that's a bang play. I thought he looked good. I'm watching him. We all are. Guy's got 25 starts in it. 25 starts in his NHL career. Let's see what this is here. Everyone can hear me but you. Okay. So yeah, I can't hear you, but Grant, you're on, is what you're saying. But I can't hear you.
That's right. Yep. Can't hear me. It's your
technology, man. I'll tell you what, Grant, you take the second intermission and you do it, buddy. I'll step out then. And I don't know where the technical issue is arising. I have no idea why I can't hear you, pal. So we've done this a couple of times and it's worked. So I don't know. I'm very sorry about that. But let me say this right now. You do the second intermission, okay, Grant? All right. Speaker. Yeah. I don't know. What speaker? I don't know, pal. Yeah. I've got everything on. I think at my end, perhaps we can try something. If you want to shut her down right now, and while we've got a little bit of time left in the first intermission, and see, Grant, if you and I can work out these technical difficulties, perhaps. How about that? If you can hear me right now, and then we'll and if not, then you take the second intermission, okay, pal? And we'll call it a day. So, oh, thanks. Okay, good. So now I'm speaking for Grant, who apparently everybody could hear anyway. Grant will take the second intermission, and let's hope that's better luck, because we tried this and we didn't have much luck in the LA game. So let's hope it's better. It's better luck. So I don't know, Grant. Like I said, if you want to shut her down and see if we can figure out why. I can figure why, for some reason, apparently everybody is okay with you when you're on, and yet for whatever reason I can't hear you, and yet you're saying I'm on. So it's just one of those mysteries of life. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's like trying to figure out how the 77 Habs lost 8 games. How did they lose any? Really? I mean, seriously. No, but I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have much more to say in this. Let's see what else you're saying here now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're going to do the second. And great first period. We just didn't get rewarded for it. Let's see what happens. I know Leafs are up 2-0. Sens are up 2-0. So the opposition are taking care of business. So we need to keep pace, hopefully. And who had us figured for first in the Atlantic at this point anyway on November 12th? I mean, it's today the 12th? 13th. Couple days ago was Remembrance Day. So, and for those of you who were wondering, yes, I was supposed to be in Rankin Inlet. Very, very disappointing. Wendy and I, we were on standby. We're not able to get on the plane. And then As it turns out, the plane didn't land in Rankin anyway. They were unable to due to weather and flew right to Yellowknife, which is where we probably still would be had we caught that flight. So unable to hook up with my son and his fiance, Maddie, who are up there right now. Rankin Inlet, none of it. With Maddie's dad, Scott, in attendance, he couldn't get his flight out of Rankin either. By the way, they're calling for wind gusts of 100 kilometers an hour starting tomorrow in Rankin. Scott, you better get on that plane before that wind really picks up, buddy. I hope you can get out and get home, my friend. It's not uncommon for people to get stuck up there for a week or so. Just couldn't, we couldn't do it. Here we go. Second period. Grant will be on for you guys. Go Habs, go. Let's see if we can tie this puppy up. Have a good one. G'day.